7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan. He's in a perfect position to start his career in the Wildcats. And
he's got a new running mate in that backcourt as well in Jordan Crawford, who might be short in stature, but he can flat out score the rock. And Crawford's got an early touch of the rock for the JackJumpers. Of course, lost to New Zealand in that semi-final series last year, and he goes straight to work. Here's Crawford back the other way off the steal. McVeigh into the action early. That won't go, but Lee keeps it alive. Here's Drimick in game 200.
John Rillian said, I want Jordan Crawford. We know Milton Doyle, all NBL first team last year. He's still going to be their go-to guy, but Jordan Usher wants to stop it at the beginning of the play, and there's another great set.
Points on the ball, but get some stops at the other end, which right now, they're flat out not.
Isn't this going to be a matchup to watch throughout the night? Doyle going right at Usher and hitting one in his face early. You see Doyle on the Harvey Norman replay going to work. Jordan Crawford's been active early.
Right now, the Wildcats, but credit Tassie's defense. They're one of the best defensive teams in the competition. There's going to be a timeout here from John Riley. Jordan Crawford goes splash, and what a start. That gap he's giving Crawford is allowing him to get ahead of steam and get downhill.
And sometimes you give a gap when you don't know where your four teammates are behind you. You know, two of the best communicators in the game.
Have another look at this little dump-off pass from Bryce Cotton. Gets Marcus Lee in the air, and Keanu Pinder just all over.
I like what the Wildcats did there. They jumped it up after that made free throw into a 1-2-2 press, just to force the JackJumpers to make some different decisions.
Pinder rips it down on the glass. Out to Usher. Now they're going.
Someone who could just get the crowd going, ignite, whether it's defensively or on the offensive end occasionally.
Great work from Drimick. Good hustle off the miss from Doyle.
Walk behind us back to the locker room. Probably to have a look, might need to be patched up a little bit. Jordan Usher goes back to back.
The faithful here in Perth. Terrific atmosphere. Big crowd in tonight as Doyle goes to work on the baseline.
A few seconds, let's get on the dribble, get to the ring, have a bit of creative penetration.
Wildcats have made up some ground after conceding the first 12 of the game. Here's Usher with a beautiful move.
That early, is he?
Tomorrow at the MCG, I think that might be called an unrealistic attempt as they get the steal from Hiram Harris, and Usher gets it to go, and have a look at how pumped he is.
Great pickup in the off-season, energy off the bench, will do whatever JR asks to do.
Tell you what I love just then, Jordan Usher, you talk about him getting the crowd involved. Bryce Cotton was the first one over to him, chest bumping him.
Drimick for three, bang.
Doesn't need much time or space. Anthony Drimick averaged 10 points, only shot it at 31.8% from deep, but was arguably one of the best players on that team last year. It was a disappointing year. Jordan Usher continues his hot form.
Almost lost it, and then did. Doyle feeds Krislovich. Now the ding! Hammers it home.
I say, I'm liking this free-flowing, fast-paced Tasmania offense. We haven't seen it for the first 2 years they've been in the league. It's Corey Webster. That's too easy if you're a JackJumpers.
Slowest pace in the league last season, the JackJumpers. It's a methodical, different-looking team early here. McDonald underneath to Deng, who is able to finish in traffic.
He's some sort of beast for his age.
Marcus Lee at 2'11", Sarr at 2'16", as Deng steps outside and knocks it down.
They've got fouls to give. They should use one.
Doyle tried to take it right at Sarr. Got it sent back the other way.
Here we go.
So did Deng.
Here we go.
Wildcats in the open court. You know the rest. Just find that man.
Get the ball back in offense, but I thought there might have been a mismatch. Doyle gets by him. I'll keep my comments to myself.
WNBL MVP Annalie Maley's with us. Annalie, you were listening into Scott Roth at quarter time.
Yeah, he was telling his players to test the refs, go at the rim hard, and expect to get fouled.
In an offensive showcase early doors. Hello, inside, upstairs to Sarr.
And then when they missed out on those initial plays at the top of their list, and they saw how good Alex Sarr is, they thought, let's bide our time. He will help this team, so let's not take away his minutes.
It is a great signing. You talk about the JackJumpers' whole roster. Is Corey Webster tees one up here. That's what he can do. Perth's offense starting to hum now. Ball moving through hands. Everybody moving side to side. They've taken the lead. This time they bring in Anthony Drimick. They bring in Majuk Deng. They've retooled nicely.
First lead of the game for the Cats. Here's Cotton to really get them going. Finished the opening turn with some energy, and he's kept that going here to start the second. McDonald with a nice reverse layup. Rice goes right back to work. Saar wants to tee up the 3-ball. Just showing all his tools.
It's still so early in the season. You talk about a team. We expected maybe Perth just to have a little bit more to them in terms of continuity as Corey Webster knocks that one down.
Listening to John Riley.
It was hard not to listen to the crowd as they were saying, ooh la la, Alex Saar. I feel like that might be a catchphrase.
He's got a bit to work with the name is Alex Saar. Here's Usher in the corner. Going right at Junior Madut. And rattling that one home.
Says he's too small.
So creative, Milton Doyle likes the matchup against Saar. Puts it to work. Beautiful turnaround.
That's such a tough finish from Milton Doyle.
Bryce Cotton early in the week said he believes this is the strongest the league has ever been, the most talent it's ever had. And you look at some of these finishes from the players out there, you can understand why Bryce speaks so highly.
And John Riley would be fairly direct with his feedback too. Crawford trying to get it to go. Lee tips it home.
Love him or hate him, he is good for the game because he gives his all and he plays with his heart and he's very, very talented.
Oh, Pindo, a magnificent finish, absorbing the contact and rolling it home. Ty Webster, Usher, Cotton, Saar, Pinder out there for John Riley. Madut, Crawford, McVeigh, Lee, and Doyle for Tassie. Time winding down for the Wildcats. Cotton beat the buzzer in the opening quarter. Can Webster do it here? Yes, he can! Big crowd in, big atmosphere, big energy. And it's been a great start to this game and a wonderful start to the second half for the JackJumpers. 6-time Defensive Player of the Year in the NBL.
Oh, what a pass.
Beautiful feed from Pinder, the great hustle play. And Usher's up to 17.
Look, defensively is obviously what John Riley would have spoke about at halftime. They've just got to do a better job. Consistently, they showed little spurts. Jordan Usher with a few of those as Marcus Lee
of the contest. So brother Corey's getting ready to go early on in this third period. Crawford with the free throw line jump shot.
Oh, they can't have a repeat at the start they did at the beginning of the game. They don't want to be playing catch-up basketball. They managed to get back in and take a lead into halftime. Last thing you want to do is give the JackJumpers a sniff and see them get a lead up if they're in front by the fourth quarter.
Scott Ross would have been pretty displeased giving up 50 in that opening half from a JackJumpers perspective. Crawford goes right back to work.
Two legends of Western Australia.
Pete, I've never been to Perth before today, so it's a great privilege to be here. But I feel like I've ticked two things off my Perth bucket list, meeting Damien Martin and seeing Adam Gilchrist in the crowd. Here's Usher playing his greatest hits in round one. Perth being fast starters. Lee underneath, absorbs some contact, gets it to go.
What the NBL does.
Described it as addictive, this league.
It's just great to hear, and we've seen so many players come and not want to leave, which is a beautiful thing. Jack McVeigh knocks that one down. You talk about slow starters.
Yeah, Cigar wasn't going to promote him. He was having a cigar. And I just asked how his off-season was, and he got to get back to America. He hadn't seen the house that they've been building in Miami. So players have to be motivated. Coaches have to back them up with their action. But the club's got to be able to provide everything you need and more. And Tassie do that.
Cotton with the dime, and Usher beats the shot clock. Webster, Perth's second leading scorer last season. From outside. Can't get it to go. Saar pulls it down. Usher. 24 for Jordan Usher. Jack McVeigh can't get it to go. Here's Madut.
That stinks.
With a Mitsubishi Motors, 3 of his own.
Jeez, that stinks for Perth. Play great defense and you don't. And again, wide open three. A lot of breakdowns for both teams.
Hang on, the audacity of these two. You guys are flying out on the red eye, and he said to me, oh, do you live out near the airport?
Hey, I want to say there's only one of us, Saar, with a beautiful, fluid turnaround jump shot. I would like it to be mentioned that there was only one of us that asked that. It was the man to our right, and a huge rejection.
How exciting would it be if you're an NBA GM or scout seeing him slide his feet the way he just did against one of the quickest players in the league?
Good hit for Doolittle, just to calm.
7 points, 5 rebounds now for Alex Saar. Super coach team, and he throws another one down.
He's bringing that WA flavour back. Obviously, Counter Pinder's a big one. You bring him home, playing in front of his family, but Ben Henshaw, another youngster, you keep him around, and that's going to get the Red Army excited, as is this man.
And his team has an 11-point lead. Keanu Pinder goes to work to start us off and makes that a game-high 13-point lead.
It's interesting, we talk so much off the top about Bryce Cotton and Keanu Pinder, the 1-2 punch, but Bryce has done his thing. He's had his moments. Great pass there from Marcus Lee. And
26 for Jordan Usher, 11 of 17. Perth hyper-efficient on the offensive end. 56% as Usher gets another one to go. They came back in round 10 last year from 12 down to beat Sydney, the JackJumpers at three-quarter time, but Cotton's not having any of that.
Giving the ball to Milton Doyle right here. I think Jordan Crawford needs to be on the floor in the off-guard position right now, because that's the one. Great pass. That's what Milton Doyle can do. He's a willing passer, potentially, and we've seen how well he moves his feet on a smaller guard. Or Keanu Pinder, we know he can move his feet. Doolittle as well, we're starting to show some signs now. If they start to add that to their defensive repertoire.
Limped off with an injury complaint at the start of that third term. Madut, Drimmick, McVeigh, Lee and Doyle out there for the Jackies, who come up with the loose ball. Drimmick in game 200. McVeigh in game 150. Banks at home. A couple of former Adelaide teammates in McVeigh and Drimmick. Drimmick at his third club. Pinder going right at Lee, tosses it home with the left hand and gets the friendly roll. The game for the Wildcats, trailed by 12 early stages. 12-0 out of the gates, Tassie. Doyle with the wing three.
It's exactly
laces it. McVeigh now for the triple. Another one for Tassie.
They're not going anywhere.
He slaps the advertising hoardings in frustration. McVeigh in reply to get it to a single-figure game. That identity, that grit, that determination that's defined their NBL campaign over the first 2 years. McVeigh gets another one to go. They're making a real run at this late. Wildcats have led by as many as 16. Corey Webster rattles it home.
Today, James Ennis, 25. Ricky Grace, 24. Go down the list. Jordan Usher.
JackJumpers haven't committed a turnover. Wildcats have had 4, and they get inside. Another great look. McVeigh's able to get that to go.
And he's going to enjoy himself when he's going to ball out. Most points ever on a debut.
So the Wildcats with a 4-point lead and a turnover on the offensive end. Time ticking down. What can he create? Outside to McVeigh. 1-point game.
Put the ball in Milton Doyle's hands. Yeah, 3 ball, but Milton Doyle all quarter long is making things happen.
Oh, Usher answers back with a 3 of his own. 5 seconds remaining. Crawford, he's been in plenty of these situations and gets straight to it, can't get it to go.
He's made a whole lot happen. Jordan Crawford will want that one back. But Jordan Usher tearing down the barrel of those number 8 jerseys are gone. Where's the shot? They're gone. Derek Rucker, 48. And he had 10 dimes as well. He did enough to pass as well.
6-point game. McVeigh from outside. That won't go. It's almost miraculously tipped home by Drimmick. Cotton's fouled.
He's intense.
He's
an intense character.
Yeah.
He's a terrific bloke as well. The way he goes about it. I'm not sure if I'm waiting in the airport lounge to go for a away trip. I'm playing Uno or anything with him. It just seems like he's just too intense.
Tassie only gave up 100 points once all of last season. They've done it in their opening game tonight. That was also in round 1. John really wanted a time.
And South East, they've got some injuries of their own, so they want to be able to bounce back from that loss against Melbourne United. The Wildcats too good tonight, though.
The Wildcats open their season in style. 101 to 95 winners.